Why doesn't the Bible mention the Israelites building the pyramids? Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion. Let's take a look at a video.
Why aren't the pyramids mentioned in the Bible? Like, seriously, the Israelites were slaves in Egypt. So it would make sense that the Israelites would have been the ones building the pyramids. And why would they never have mentioned this toil of moving these massive stones and doing all this building of these massive tombs and whatnot? Why do they never talk about it?
Great question, and there are two reasons for this. The main reason is that the biblical accounts of the Israelites being enslaved in Egypt are not historical. They are fictional. The data do not support their historicity. They were composed largely in the late to middle first millennium BCE, which is centuries after pyramid construction in Egypt had ceased. Now, there's another reason, and that is that even if we take seriously the chronological setting of Joseph and his family and then Moses in Egypt, it doesn't align with the periods of pyramid construction. The classical periods of pyramid construction out of stone are from the middle to the end of the third millennium BCE. And the first intermediate period shows up prior to the arrival of Joseph and his family in Egypt. Now, during the Middle Kingdom, we have a resurgence of pyramid construction, but it's largely mud brick pyramids rather than stone pyramids. And there are two different chronologies for Joseph and then Moses in Egypt. The early chronology has Moses and the Exodus taking place around the end of the 15th century BCE. And according to this chronology, Joseph shows up in Egypt right in the heart of the Middle Kingdom when mud brick pyramids were being constructed. The later chronology has Moses and the Exodus taking place at the end of the 13th century BCE, and this would have Joseph showing up at the end of the 17th century BCE, right at the end of the Middle Kingdom and mud brick pyramid construction. Neither of them have pyramids being constructed when the Israelites are enslaved in Egypt, when the story of the Exodus is supposed to be taking place. So the book of Exodus would not be mentioning the construction of pyramids, even if it were historical, irrespective of which chronology you go with. But since these stories were actually developed in the first millennium BCE, well after the cessation of pyramid construction out of either stone or mud brick, it's just not included. So really the main reason is it's not historical, and the texts were written well after pyramids stopped being constructed. And the fit for this video is still Superman.